Hey you guys, welcome to Social Studies. This week in Social Studies, we're going to be learning about fertilizers. So we're tying into what you're doing in math and science. You're growing the grass in math and measuring it. In science, you've been talking about trees. So what we're going to talk about are fertilizers and what they're used for, what they are, and hopefully by the end of this week, you can kind of have an idea of ways that you can use things around your house even to fertilize plants in your garden, flowers, different items around your house. So first I want to start off though, because I think it's hard to understand how much land we actually have on Earth to grow things. So let's pretend that this apple, it's going to represent Earth. All right, and I'm going to cut this into fourths. And while I'm cutting this, start thinking about what it is that you think we have on Earth that is usable land for growing. Oh man, don't do that at home. That could be dangerous. All right, so these four wedges are going to represent Earth. Let's see if I can spread them out for you there. All right, and surprisingly, three of the wedges, it's about 3/4 or 75% of the apple, which represents Earth, is water. I bet you didn't know that. Okay, and if you did, that's awesome. That means you're really ahead of us. All right, so there you go. There's your water. This 1/4, or about 25%, this is going to represent land. All right? Now, land is used for a lot of different things. So we use land for farming, beaches, homes, forests. We have mountain ranges. Those are all examples of land, but they're not good land for growing crops. So I'm going to cut this apple in half again. And this is going to represent, this half is going to represent, let's do beaches, deserts, and mountain ranges. I'm going to have to cut it again because we can't really grow crops on those places. Ooh. This second half is going to represent businesses. Okay, so we have a lot of different businesses that are put up and take up a lot of spot. Think of your Walmarts, Home Depots, Lowe's. Okay, those are our businesses. And I'm going to cut it again. And this is going to take me down to about a 1/32, which is a pretty small percentage. This is going to represent our homes. Okay, so we have to have homes and put up, and obviously we can't be growing crops on top of our homes. And this 1/32 little sliver here, this is going to represent land that we can actually grow crops on Earth. So it's hard for me to have you see this in a perspective, but look at all the water, look at all the land, and now look at how much land we have to actually grow crops on. Is that a lot? Not really. Now I'm going to give you a closer look at this representation. So take a look at the red skin. All right? That represents the soil. And that soil is what helps us grow crops. You guys have been learning about that in science. And so that little layer of soil, we want to do everything we can to make sure that we get the most out of it and that we can grow the biggest, most robust crops that we can. So fertilizers is one way. So what you're going to do today is, after watching my video, you're going to go on and you're going to read an article about fertilizers and about land and how people are growing crops. And then you're going to watch another video. And this guy is really cool. He does all kinds of things around his house and uses household items to grow crops and use them as fertilizer. So what I want you to do is I want you to watch it, and then I'm going to have you guys answer the question of what are some things you can do around your house to help your garden grow. Or maybe even your grass. You could put it on that grass that you're growing for Mrs. Vecchio and see if that helps it grow a little bit. So have a great week. If you guys have questions, please email me. If you go into Google Classroom, you can email me and everybody can even see it, and they might have the same question. Keep asking questions and have a great week, you guys.